Has your smoker hobby increased your caloric intake?
Yeah, probably. It's probably made my binge eating worse, because now, like with a smoker, I'll put something in at like 6 a.m, like pulled pork, and it won't be done until like 5 p.m. And so all day, and my wife will be like, "You want something to eat? I'll make you some lunch." And I'm like, "No, I'm not wasting an ounce of hunger on non-pulled pork." And then it'll get to like 6 p.m. and I'm absolutely famished. And then I pull it off, tear it up, and eat it. And I just kind of go a little bananas. And then you have so much extra pulled pork that I've found that there's never a time in the day that a pulled pork sandwich is not good. And so, like, late at night, a little snack. If this is embarrassing, I'm joking. Last week, I got up at 3 a.m, made myself a pulled pork barbecue sandwich, ate that, went back to bed. Just like normal eating. Eating.
What I've done before, pulled pork sandwich. I've done.
I literally woke up and was peeing and was like, "Oh, there's pork in the fridge." And then I went and made a
I've gone to the fridge and gotten out like the pulled pork meat, and then we would have here. They've got the barbecue sauce where I used to go was vinegary. It was like liquid, but it was like really like strong tasting. And I would get hunks of pork and dip it in that and eat it until the sauce was gone, and then go to bed. and that kind of been like nighttime eating. Like I'm prone to that, and I'll wake up, and it'll take me a while to remember that I did it. Like sometimes I'll only know it because there was evidence left behind. I've woken up and there'll be like cheese rind and cracker crumbs on the kitchen counter where I clearly like just laid a chunk of cheese on the counter, got a knife, and was just like carving chunks off and putting it on crackers while I ate in front of the fridge, and then definitely like drank out of the bottle and like closed the door and walked away. Yeah.
It's easy to like just start cutting chunks off of cheese after you finished all the other stuff on there, and you're like, "No, I'm not a glutton. This is pretty Parisian of me."
Right now, I'm doing
cheese.
I do that with grapes now, though. I've got those fucking cotton candy grapes downstairs, so if I wake up in the night, I can eat like a fistful
grapes
of
are
those.
a wealthy person's fruit. I think of grape as a successful person's fruit.
Really? Because they're like $3.
I don't know. I picture like laying on that chaise lounge.
Oh, and someone's fanning you.
Someone's fanning you.
And you're eating a clump of them at a time.
A clump at a time. And if you don't want the whole clump, throw it away. You're rich.
Is that how you eat grapes, Taylor? Like holding the whole bunch up and just eating the bottom one, putting it back?
You just eat. I eat it like a wing. I put all 10 inches in my mouth, and then I pull it out. Just a string.
You're a cartoon character.
Dick, if you splurge on food, what do you eat? Your weakness?
Just pretty much anything. I let the liquor do the thinking when it comes to snacks, and just wake up like a wolf man that transformed with the full moon, with rappers all around me, hating myself and wondering how to justify my existence the next day. I do love that. Like if there's pulled pork on the menu, 'cause I love slow cooking. I don't have a smoker. I got to get one. I do everything in the slow cooker. And the meat is getting progressively bigger so that it just fills up the entire slow cooker now. And then whenever that's done, it's like, well, you know, that old way of eating where it's meals, that's dead. That's gone now. Now we're on the meat stream time where it's feeding like a constant stream of meat throughout the day that ends when I go to sleep and begins when I wake up. Like, who doesn't want a little bit of pulled pork with their coffee?
Everyone does.
It's noon somewhere. Let's have a little bite of this.
I'm gonna be honest. Like,
there's a reason they call pulled pork the perfect afternoon pick-me-up.
Yeah.
Wait, who calls it?
I honestly think I could just
eat
eat it every day.
That 2 p.m. feeling? Pulled pork sandwich and you're feeling good.
It's probably the bread getting you as much as the pork.
I just need a scientist to explain that it's healthy to eat a constant stream of pulled pork. Like that guy.
Protein synthesis. Yeah.
If someone can
synthesis.
put it in like Women's Home and Gardening or something, or on the front page of Huffington Post, like the greatest new diet is eating pulled pork all day from when you wake up until you go to bed. You got to get your husband on this right away. I'll be like, yes, thank you, God.
Yeah, how come there aren't ever any good propaganda articles with things like that?
Not for men.
Why smoking will protect you from COVID? And
yeah.
It's like, oh, well, I better get a smoker. I better hop on that Traeger train and start eating ribs.
Oh, my God.
Pulled pork. Don't even link things like that, man.
You don't want to read it? You want me to?
Don't read the nutrition facts of pulled pork. I don't want to.
Zach tells us that pulled pork has 11 grams of fat and 3.5 grams of saturated fat in particular in every 1 cup serving. If you're concerned about your cholesterol levels, try substituting traditional pulled pork items with grilled pork tenderloin. Get out of here with your substitutes. No, Taylor wants it fat.
Oh, I don't know if that was good or bad.
I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know how many grams of fat because, like, and
It's like
Dick's
a
right.
spoiler warning. Like, I haven't seen Thor yet.
No, Dick is so right with like the just eating piece. This is how like foolish I'll get with the pulled pork because I'll like have a couple sandwiches and then I'll be like, hey, how about a little health conscious eating? And then I just like no bread, just an enormous amount of sauce on fatty meat.
Yeah.
And you look at it, and because all the fat's been cooked down, you can look at it and be like, that doesn't look that much different in its appearance than pulled chicken. It's
Why not
probably a little
brisket?
bit like pulled chicken.
Brisket. Go to brisket.
I haven't done a brisket yet. I'm having company over tomorrow night, so I was gonna start one tonight at like 2 a.m. Except then I haven't done a brisket before, so I don't want my first brisket to be for company. I want to try it out first. So I'm doing like a huge amount of pulled pork, and then maybe tomorrow afternoon I'll even make some smoked wings too, because I smoked some wings earlier this week and they were tremendous, absolutely wonderful.
I'm going to get a smoker. You've sold me. I like the
So
idea
good.
of doing like 2 chickens at a time and then
Mhm.
like shredding all that meat and putting them in containers like for my like week and just having like easy, delicious chicken
Oh, yeah.
meals.
Chicken is the easiest shit on the smoker. Like I started with the pulled pork and like ribs and longer recipes, and it's like 12 hours. But like a whole chicken, if you want to like get it to pulled chicken, it's like 3.5 hours. It's nothing. Like it takes
it's not-
very little time.
I really like slow cooker stuff, like putting stuff in the crock pot and making chili and pot.
I love a
roast.
nice crock pot roast with potatoes and carrots and celery in there.
Yeah, there's some onions in there. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like making those too.
Oh yeah, it's
but
gonna
I'm
be an overeating night.
Oh yeah, we're gearing up for a good one tonight.
Usually around the 3-hour mark of the show, I start planning snacks. Then the show ends.
My girlfriend brought home a bunch of Japanese snacks. Like she went to her favorite Japanese grocery store in Westwood. She's like, "Look at all these snacks I got: pizza, chips, little like pretzels, some mochis." And I'm watching her do it, and she's all happy. And I'm like, I'm getting drunk and eating all of these tonight. And I'm gonna remember half of them. Like, say your goodbye, pick your favorite, and take it to bed because I'm eating the rest of them.
I mean, like the reputation is that like weed with the munchies is what makes you eat like an animal the most. It's alcohol. Alcohol has that crown far and away because when
Depression.
you're drunk, you have no inhibitions. There's no voice in your head to tell you a pizza's not a good idea.
For me, it's insomnia. Like I don't make good food choices at 2:30 a.m. Only bad decisions. The 2:30 a.m. is the time when like the Tostitos come out, or God forbid the trail mix. It's so
Not the
calorie
trail
dense.
mix. Woody.
Not the, oh, my fucking nemesis. The
Woody,
weakness.
imagine the honey roasted. Like have you?
Oh,
been
if they start
downstairs?
putting honey roasted nuts and trail mix, it's just it's the perfect combination
Those
of
honey roasted
sugars
cashews.
and fats and
the
that's
pecans.
basically
Carbs.
it. Carbs,
Pecans.
sugar, fats, and carbs.
I don't
All
think
the
there's any
ingredients.
carbs in there. I think some protein
Sugars are
and fat and
carbs.
sugar. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, they're
Dick,
Oh, and
I-
salt.
I,
Salt was the one I was searching
oh,
for.
delicious salt.
Carbs, fats, and salts. That's trail mix.
I told these guys last week, but I ordered. This is like a couple weeks ago. I ordered a pizza at like 12:30 in the morning. Like I was baked out of my mind, really hungry, wanted a pizza, and I ordered it. And instead of canceling the order because they were closed, the next morning at like 10 a.m., those fucking cholesterol terrorists brought me a pizza at 10 in the morning, 10, 11 in the morning, which is like that's, if I wanted to destroy someone's life, I'd have pizza sent to their home every morning at 11 a.m.
How was
Because
it?
they're not going to resist it. It's going to set you up for a carb-loaded day of nothing getting done, and you already paid for it, or someone did, so you don't want to waste it, right?
No. How was it?
It was good. I ate most of it.
You know why it was good? It was. The
I don't know
first
why I
pizza of the
lied.
day.
I ate all of it.
You hated it all. It was
Disgusting.
The thing about that is that was the first pizza of the day because that order had been in there from the night before. So you got the first one, hot off the presses.
Oh yeah,
straight
and
to
that
you.
delivery guy had to think I was a psychopath.
Addict. You're on the addict list now. Like, oh boy, We got that guy finally went over the edge. Taylor's waiting on his pizza in the morning.
Put that guy on the special garlic knot email list. Hit him with the offers. He won't be able to resist. Yeah, like Woody said before that, like, for him, pizza is not a tempting, like, cheat food. Like, pizza is very tempting for me. I just, even bad pizza is pretty good. I know that's trite, but it's true.
I like pizza a lot, but it has to be really good pizza to be tempting. In Atlanta, there's this place called like Jets, Jets, I think, and they have like you can pick your crust.
Thank you
and
for
they have like
Jets.
jet
That was
crust.
a loss.
Jets. Yeah. Wait, what pizza place? Wait, Jets the chain that makes like the square pizzas?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had that.
it's
I've
so
had
good.
Jets.
It's so good.
Yeah, they throw a lot of sauce on there, which
It's a 3-letter word.
you know I appreciate.
I was making sure that you could spell it. It's
Is it possessive though? Is there an apostrophe? Is it their pizza?
It's
I'm
a
not
good
sure.
question. Are there
Pizza
lots
now.
of Jets, or is it just one Jet that owns all these pizzas?
I think there's multiple. It might be twins. Oh,
Yeah.
Apostrophes
that's-
confuse me a little bit.
It's like
Yeah.
school pizzas. Like
it
lunch.
is like school pizza. Yeah, but they were flat in school. That was the
Yeah.
most disgusting thing. I can't believe our lunches were so bad thinking back.
Yeah,
Kids should riot,
they were
man.
gross.
They should
They
take hostages. Stop tolerating this shit.
I mean, pizza day was the only thing that kept kids in line. Every Wednesday, getting a little pizza.
Yeah.
Everything was bad though. Those chicken nuggets were so gross. We had steak nuggets.
That sounds like kind of
Risky.
nice.
I never ate them, but when you bit into them, it was dark meat.
Yeah, you get a cafeteria
Steak.
beef or whatever. Like it can get really low quality.
At my grade school, I didn't realize this until I was an adult, obviously, but they would have chicken rings day. Like chicken rings that you buy at White Castle.
Which
and
part of the chicken is the ring come from?
it's
The back.
sphincter, cloaca. Yeah, it's and like
Chicken asshole
I remember
day?
like we'd go up
Chickens
there
don't have
and
assholes.
you'd have your little tray and they'd give you like 5 or 7 or whatever chicken rings. And I remember even as a kid like dipping it in the ketchup or whatever, just being like, why the hell are they rings? Like what is going on here? My grade school was buying bulk chicken rings from I guess White Castle corporate and feeding it to us. Like that's criminal. Frankly, like that
It's
is
so
there lower
bad.
quality. Is there lower quality meat? Maybe the retired circus animals at Taco Bell, but there's not much else.
I saw the other day on Reddit there was this Australian product and it was chicken donuts. It was like full size chicken rings that looked like donuts.
I mean, I'm okay.
I know, right? I talked to my Australian friends. They're like, "Yeah, those are great."
Is it like white meat, dark meat?
I'm
an
sure it's
amalgam?
very high quality meat. Yeah,
And they're,
Only
they're
the
better as
best.
a ring.
only the best for the chicken donuts.
Yeah. Do you remember when McDonald's switched to like claiming all white meat on their nuggets? If
Yeah.
anything, that when I would drive through drive-thrus and they started making that claim, that was like a methinks thou doth protest too much situation. Like, come on, get real. We know there's like beaks and feathers in this.
One thing that strikes me about McDonald's is it's cheaper for them to buy those sick Australian cows and ship those to America to feed us than it is to just use American beef somehow.
Really? We're
Yeah.
eating shitty. Why are they shitty Australian cows?
Oh,
They just don't make them as well over there.
Oh, I just picked. Yeah, they don't make cows good in Australia.
Yeah,
They don't know how. They don't have the
Bunch of-
technology.
bunch of con men.
I mean, they're
criminals,
eating chicken donuts. I mean,
murderers and rapists. They're on that continent by themselves.